Hi, my name is Cindy Rang.
I'm Brianna Motzkus, and today's FabriChat.
Good morning.
Hello.
So, let's see. Yesterday, did they see the compilation video?
Yes, they did yesterday. Yesterday morning.
Yesterday morning.
It was pretty good.
It was pretty funny. It was pretty funny. So, a couple things about that. So, if you haven't yet seen it, if you subscribe, then you got a little ding.
Yeah.
And so what happened is, so this started for kind of a funny reason, is that we have all of these old box openings just still up on our YouTube page. I mean, you could find something from 2 years ago and watch and go, oh, that's beautiful fabric. And that fabric is not in the store.
Completely irrelevant. Yeah.
Yeah. And so we were occasionally getting, messages and emails and pictures and, oh, do you still have this? Ow. We haven't had that for a
Where'd you
bit.
find that?
What are you looking at? So Anna, our secret weapon, said, we said, hey, Anna, we need to go in and get rid of all of those. But every once in a while, we have
Some pretty good advice.
tidbits, sewing tips, as it were. So we said to her, search through them, find, our best tips on, how to use that notion or how to do whatever, and do a little compilation video, and then we'll just delete all of the box opening stuff and it'll be good.
Yeah.
So that was her assignment.
Then she found out we were really funny.
All we did was laugh. Yeah. So I don't know that we gave a lot of,
Helpful advice.
No, but I also think that she's making a couple of different things.
I think she is too.
So I don't think, so if you watch it, if you haven't watched it, you should watch it. It is pretty funny. It is pretty funny. So, one thing is, if you notice, she started at the beginning.
Yeah.
She got
Itty
to
bitty
where,
Eliza.
yeah, itty bitty Eliza. She got to where you were pregnant. Because in the last couple of shots, you were fairly pregnant. And so we haven't even got to any of the Maisie stuff. But I think she's probably going to do just a Maisie highlight video. And so I don't know what she's doing, but it did turn out kind of funny. And what was really funny is she said, oh, if I'll let you watch it. And if any of these things are too embarrassing for you.
Doesn't matter. The whole world already saw them.
Wait, too embarrassing for us? We don't care. We don't care. So, anyway, it was pretty good. I thought it was kind of funny.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Anyway, and it's not too long. I think sometimes, you don't want to take somebody's time, too much time, but it was pretty.
It's good.
Good.
It's good to watch if you had a rough day. It'll make you laugh and smile and hopefully shake off those bad feelings.
Yeah, I think it was really good. But, so here's what I was going to say about that. A couple of things about that. I feel like I've aged.
You've aged?
I have aged so much. So do you think it's, so I was growing out I didn't want to be blonde anymore.
Yeah, your hair was very blonde.
It was, I think it looked better blonde.
You can be blonde.
I think the reason I wanted to grow it out was because I didn't like the maintenance. I didn't like having to go get my roots done all the time. And I just don't have time for that. So I kind of didn't want to do it, but I think I had more volume, of course, because I think it does something to your hair and it makes it stand up a little bit more.
Probably.
And I like the color better. I kind of think I might
go back to blonde.
Have more fun.
Yeah. Add some extra highlights.
Yeah, because I think I look more tired all brunette, don't you think? And then you, little Miss Piggish hair. So you are.
My hair was not pink.
There. No, you went through a lot of hairstyles.
Yeah, I did.
I liked it short. I couldn't.
I liked it short too. I forgot about that. I had it short. I was glad I finally cut off all those bleach ends though, from after the first time. Yeah. But I don't like being blonde. I don't like when the pink goes out.
Oh, right.
Not my cup of tea. But I did like it short.
Can't you just dye it back to your burgundy brunettish normal color?
Yeah. And I usually have that pigmented conditioner that I'll use. Because, I don't like the grow out. Nope. Mm-mm.
I know. Well, I'm thinking about doing that. And the other thing is that, gosh, we already know. You guys miss Tracy.
Yeah, when we saw it, like,
It's like, oh no. We totally need to move that room around. The problem is we have trashed that. Well, not trashed it, but we moved it around for other reasons so that we could do other things in there. Those of you guys that have visited the shop, you kind of see what it really looks like and why we've done it that way. And we needed more room for the boxes because what happens is when they bring in the boxes, like when we get machines, you know, or something, we might get 12 or 14 boxes. And so we needed kind of a large space to be able to put the boxes. And so like even like right now, we'll go out tonight and we'll do the box opening for you guys. We can't put a table there.
Yeah.
And so we'll figure it out because it
You're
makes
gonna
me,
miss it there.
yeah. If you haven't seen it yet.
I get it.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. And, you know, we don't think about it because we see Tracy all day long.
Yeah.
All day long we're visiting with her and cutting up with her and laughing with her. And so, but I think we do need to fix it because I also think that when we do box opening and she says something, they can't hear
Not
that.
always, yeah.
And so that's why I often repeat it. So we'll work on that for you and figure that all out and maybe reconfigure again because
Yeah. I know.
yeah, you're all going to say it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my
Tracy!
gosh. Tracy! Yeah, I know. And speaking of that, so next week I'm gone, right? I leave on Monday. So is Tracy going to do?
Hopefully, because they're going to be sick of seeing me if it's just me.
Who are you going to talk to?
Oh,
You and
we'll
me.
see.
You and Tracy. You and maybe Brittany. Maybe the three of you guys. I don't know. You guys will find something to talk about.
We'll find something.
I never watched you the Wednesday that...
Yeah, I
was
didn't,
that the
I didn't
Wednesday that
rewatch it either.
When I was sick.
Yeah.
I don't even know how that went. I'm sure it went fine.
Yeah, good.
Anyway. So you'll get to see Tracy some for a couple weeks because if you remember, I'm ditching for a little bit, going on a little trip. So Pa and I... Oh, and you know what today is? You know what today is?
Yeah, it's Dad's birthday.
Pa's birthday.
Oh,
Today he is 62 years old today.
Yes, he is.
He didn't remember.
He did. Just another day.
Anyway,
Just
first thing
another
I said to him, happy birthday. Oh,
Is
that today?
Is it today?
It is. You should have felt a little creakier when you got up
It's
this
a little harder to get out of bed.
I know. He's 62 and he really wants to retire. But, you know, we're at that age that what are you going to do for insurance?
Yeah.
We can't afford to pay that. He has to keep going to work.
Yep. And he's going to be bored.
Mama needs
He
a mammogram.
thinks-
Who's going to pay for that?
Right? And he thinks he'll just, be able to relax. But he's going to be bored. Just like his brother.
So bored. He's not really going to retire. It's not that there's not a ton of work to do out there, but it's not the same thing. And why give up all that money? He's been there for a long time and he works for the Grant County PUD. He's a hydromechanic. He makes a fairly decent wage and
He gets
paid
breaks.
time off.
And he
gets
lunch
breaks.
And
He gets a warm-up period. Then he gets a mid-morning break. Then he gets his lunch hour or lunch half hour. I don't know what it is. Then he gets his afternoon break. Then he gets a cool down period.
then he gets to go home.
Then he drives home.
Sometimes they do staff parties and people feed him.
I know. They have an ice cream machine.
Yeah. He needs to go to work to vacation and then come home for the weekend, do all your work, get all worn out and go back. We're like,
He works way harder for me.
he does.
Way harder. I don't know if all of his pud, but I hope nobody's watching. I mean, he works very hard at work, I'm sure of it. We'll see. All right, let's see. So we have a little bit of some notes and some comments and some questions, and it's kind of funny. So Susan Lee is our friend from Texas who is sort of our administrative assistant. She's always popping in there, looking things up for us. Well, Christy Iverson, Susan, I'm going to tell you, Christy's gunning for your job. Christy Iverson, she was on it.
Good
I got 4
information.
emails from her.
Good information.
Clarifying information. The first thing, I don't know why I did not notice this. This was our recipe that
Right, I noticed in the comments you've never made a no bake cookie.
you've never
Even
made
then
a-
Tracy answered, well,
Is
yeah.
that an obey cookie?
It is.
Okay, it's an obey cookie. But that's not what Allison said it was. Allison You called it a peanut butter oatmeal cookie. Peanut butter oatmeal cookie. That sounds interesting.
That's good.
Everybody else looked at the ingredients.
They knew exactly what it was.
And then, of course, you mix it into a saucepan, bring to a rolling boil. I should have recognized it at that point. Stir in the peanut butter, oatmeal, vanilla, drop it on wax paper.
Let it cool. Boom.
At what point was there going to be some recognition? Honey, we call these no-bake cookies.
And no, we don't put peanut butter in ours.
We don't. We don't put peanut butter in ours because they are good with peanut butter in them.
Yeah.
Because Jared had a peanut allergy. I'm thinking that we mentioned that.
And we did mention that box opening. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we now eat peanut butter again, but it took a long time before we started eating peanut butter again. Harper's favorite sandwich is peanut butter and pickle.
Nasty.
So good. Wyatt still won't try it.
I don't blame him. Well, he doesn't like pickles either.
He said that.
So he knows not.
That was okay. More for us.
Yes.
We polished off, I think, an entire jar. Pickles, so that was good. And then the other thing was the virus stitch. I don't think I mentioned that.
We did not.
So
was it really a virus stitch?
It's really a virus stitch.
Oh, it's pretty.
So to go back, what we're doing is at the end of box openings and although I think we missed one, and at the end of FabriChat, we're going to go ahead and showcase a few of the donations that are coming in. We're getting really good things, really diverse things, which is really, really nice. So we'll show you 4 things at the end of at the end of today. But we opened up, I can't remember now who it was from, beautiful crocheted blanket. And I kept thinking it said virus stitch. And I thought, well, that can't be right. That is right.
Yeah.
It was made popular during the pandemic. And it went viral. I don't know if it's because it went viral or because it was done during the virus, but it is called, in fact, the virus stitch.
Well, it was very pretty.
Beautiful. Makes me want to try to make it. And then also the Carol Zoo. Did I tell you about this? What I learned from Christy Iverson?
No.
Not just Christy Iverson, but a couple people, like a bunch of people told me this. So Carol Zoo patterns, after we had talked to you guys about it, it's like, oh yeah, we need to go on and order more. We can't find them anywhere. We can't find them on any of our distributors. We can't even find like the company name anymore. The only place that you can find it is you can find the PDFs on Etsy. And so I'm not sure what happened. I don't know if Carol is no longer with us, if she sold her company, if
kids are doing their own thing.
Kids are doing their own thing. I don't know if people are pirating her patterns and selling them on Etsy. That seems not okay. So I'm not sure about that. Because I know we can only sell, because of copyright laws, we can only sell PDFs, downloadable versions of our own. We cannot scan in somebody else's pattern and then sell it to you. Because there's no way for them to get paid for that. So that makes me worried a little bit that you can buy a PDF pattern on Etsy unless it's from that person. So, Christy, Susan, girls, I guess we should find out the information as to why. But Carol Zoo, truly, what was super brilliant about her pattern is that it was just 2 pieces. Now, you still had to take those 2 pieces and put the darts in and do all of that kind of stuff, but it was way easier than... And you have to ease things in, but way easier than a million pieces.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, that was the information. And it looks like other people, a couple people said that they had found the patterns and bought some patterns and that.
Oh, good.
And that they were PDFs. So, all right. I think that's it kind of for the little updates a little bit.
Awesome.
And then I wanted to mention one other quick little thing about a friend of ours. So, Allison again, Grandma Sassy, who doesn't call it a no-bake cookie, her nomination for the bra auction is, I think her name is Dale. I can't think of the gal's name. Her name is Dale, but she's a quilt shop owner.
Oh, wow.
And so, anyway, she told her whole story, wrote that all down. And so I emailed back Allison and said, oh my gosh, that's amazing. Just this really, story of bravery and support and, people that just kind of work hard to kind of continue on with their life the way that it is. So anyway, so I said, gosh, ask if we can share a little bit of her story, because what we've been doing is we're just going to put first name, last initial, and then where they're from. And that's it. We're not putting any other information on. And Allison said that Dale said that we could do a shout out for her quilt shop, because I was thinking those of you guys that are in South Carolina, maybe, patronize her shop a little bit. I mean, I think that's the big thing. Just small shop owners, man, it's a hard life. And so if there's some way that you're going to be out and about or driving by or whatever, but I can tell you, she is, her name is Dale. I apologize. I cannot remember the rest of her name. But her shop name is the Carolina Quilt Studio.
Oh.
And she's in Greenville, South Carolina. Do you think they call it Greenville, or do you think they call it Granville?
I don't know.
I don't know, you guys do that whole Worcester. The Southerners and the UK people shorten everything.
I don't know.
I bet it's Granville. Granville. I bet if you're from there, it's Granville. And I bet tourists call it Greenville.
And we're tourists. You know where we came from.
Yes.
It wasn't around here.
Yes. We know how to say Coeur d'Alene and Ponderay.
Yeah, that's true. We can pick you guys out too.
And Puyallup.
Yeah.
So anyway, all right. And then, let's see, the other thing that, I should tell you, well, long story, but the other thing that we were going to do today, is we're going to show the sagebrush batik fabrics and do a little kind of a trunk show of that. So most of the staff members have made things. We're still waiting on 2 pictures. And then we've had quite a few people that have emailed in pictures. So Anna's going to get that up this evening. It might not be until after box opening. It might be before box opening. We'll kind of announce it with you guys. But what we want you guys to do is go in. It will actually be a YouTube video. The reason that we're doing it that way, the reason we're doing it that way is because then you guys can comment. And that's how we've done some of our other contests before, because that way you can comment in there who your vote is for, because we have some kind of really cool prizes. The staff members, we're not going to get prizes. We get accolades. And they'll all get something, but we want to vote for you guys. So anyway, and I think it's also nice just for inspiration. Now that so many of us have that fabric, it's fun to see what did you do with it. So so very diverse, very unique things. So kind of fun. So watch for that. But mine, I have like 10 minutes left. I made the mistake last night of Paul came in. He kind of wasn't feeling very good last night. Had kind of a little, I think the kids made him sick, but we have a little,
dirty school kids,
dirty babies,
nasty.
But anyway, so he was sitting in there and he had picked out a movie, and we've been keeping track of the ones that people say what to watch. And The Shack. Now, I read the book The Shack.
Oh, the book is great.
Such a good book. Really, really good book. And he was watching the movie, and I kind of sat for a minute, and I thought, I can just listen to this, and it's never going to be as good as the book.
Yeah.
So it was okay. So I went back in my sewing room, and then he wanted popcorn. I thought, I'll make popcorn for you. So I went out and made popcorn. And then, of course, I had to sit and eat popcorn with him just for a minute, take a little break. So I was eating popcorn, and all of a sudden I got what I thought I got a little kernel thing. Stuck, and I thought, what is happening? Couldn't get it out. Got a toothpick. Couldn't get it out. I could taste blood, and I thought, okay, calm down. Just go brush your teeth. Go get, some floss. So I go in there. Look what I did.
Oh, you cracked it.
I didn't have a kernel. I broke a tooth.
Been there, done that. They took it out.
And can you tell? That's the one that he fixed.
Same with mine.
Same with Dad. Dad was so mad after a root canal and after repairing it. It's like, just pull that dang tooth.
Mm-hmm. Exactly what happened to mine.
That's what you did too.
I had a root canal, and everything was fine. And then I was like,
new dentist.
I was like 7 months pregnant, and they were going to go in and do the last thing. And he said, well, I don't want to because you're pregnant. I was like, well, what? Baby's fine. And it's not like I am all bajiggity and have horrible, blood pressure when I'm in the dentist. I mean, I don't like being at the dentist, don't get me wrong.
No,
but
it does.
And it's like, okay, well, that's fine. And then, of course, you go through pregnancy and, babies do things. And then, all of a sudden mine broke. And it broke so bad he couldn't repair it. So he had to pull it. But he did pay, he comped, I guess is how it is, to put the stabilizer piece in it so that I could have a
bridge.
A porcelain, or whatever. Because eventually, if there's not a bridge gap there, they'll just, close up and then I'm short a tooth on that side. So he decided, well, you might someday be able to afford to put a porcelain thing in there, whatever. I'm young enough. So he comped whatever that procedure was to graft a bridge in there. So I don't know.
Well,
that was super nice.
Because it was popcorn. How could popcorn break a tooth?
Mm-hmm. I originally broke my tooth chewing gum. I was pregnant with Harper, and I was chewing gum. And so I don't, if you notice, I don't chew gum anymore. It's because my teeth can't obviously handle that. Because I don't grind my teeth. I don't chomp on a piece of gum. And it's like, well, I'm not doing that anymore. So I don't know.
I just can't figure out if I really did have a kernel stuck in there, or if that whole time I was feeling.
Yeah.
Because where did the piece of that tooth go?
It's digested now.
Down there rolling
Find it later.
with those other pieces of gum that I swallowed 10 years ago or whatever. But I don't know. So anyway, then I was just like beside myself because I thought, oh, now I've got to
go see
an emergency appointment. I don't have time for that.
You have to do an emergency appointment for that.
Well, do you think that I've like not eaten since then?
Oh, no. I mean, I think if you wash it or whatever, you're not going to have like an infection. And because he'll be able to get him in like 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Maybe earlier. Just tell him. Say, hey, I cracked a tooth.
I will be
like it's
gone.
a chunk missing. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you could do it.
It feels funny.
I'm sure
that it feels funny. I mean, I feel like my whole face is swollen, which of course it's not. But, it just feels so funny that some teeny tiny little thing that you can tell something is different.
Yeah.
Something was different in my mouth. But
anyway.
So I don't know. So then I was doing nothing but making mistakes. Don't you hate that? When you go into your sewing room,
it's no longer fun and
life is good. You can listen to a movie playing in the other room or listen to your book or whatever you're doing. And then it just takes one little frazzle. And then all I was doing was sewing things on backwards, my top stitching I have to rip out. And here's my problem is I did a crappy job. I was top stitching in the wrong dang spot. and I'm using the pleather stuff.
Yeah.
So mad. So then I was, then I was over it. Then it's like, okay, I need, it's when I wish I'm a drinker. But anyway, so that's what I did. So then I stopped. So I just need a couple more minutes, but I'm sure I could get it done to text over a picture.
Yeah.
I could text half of it.
Just good sad.
It's going to be super cute. Have you guessed what I'm making?
If you're top stitching
and I'm
using pleather, is it some sort of a bag?
Maybe.
Something wearable? No, that's not enough.
No. Because part of the problem was that Brianna and I didn't really get any fabric.
Yeah, I didn't do it.
I did.
I'm going to do it for the second run.
I know. You didn't get any.
No.
And what I did was we had these weird little bits, so we'd cut, and then there'd be like something that was smaller than a half a yard. So we had little stacks of bits. And so some of us, Marge, me, Tracy, I don't know, somebody else, we only ended up with bits. So we couldn't do anything super, super big. But speaking of movies, one other little thing. So we were talking to them about that movie that I had watched called Trap.
Oh, yeah.
And I can't remember, did you say you had watched it?
No, we had not watched
it. And you knew what it was? So whenever we did figure out the name of it, and then somebody else also had wrote on the comments that it was called Trap, And then when you looked it up and you said, "Oh my gosh, that was M. Night Shyamalan."
Yes.
So
how'd you even remember that?
I know. And then I thought that was why we picked it, was because somebody had recommended it, and then when we saw it, it's like, oh my gosh, it's M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's in the bag.
that guy. I don't even know. That's in those list of people that you'd really love to have dinner with.
Yeah.
He's one. He's pretty interesting. Well, anyway, who was it that told me? Joan O'Connor said that the movie. So there's a lead in the movie, and she's this singer, and a lot of the movie kind of revolves around her. It's his daughter.
Wow.
She plays the lead in it and even wrote the songs. So she's singing some songs in it. Beautiful girl.
Very cool.
Beautiful girl.
I'll have to watch
so
it.
anyway, so now it almost makes me want to watch it a second time. It's like, wait. Yeah. And then, let's see. So, and now these guys want to know, I'm sure. So this last weekend, you left Thursday.
Oh yeah, for our little riding trip. It was really fun. It's really pretty. It's a really small group that goes, but it's pretty fun. There was 8 side-by-sides in this one. Not all of them were full.
That's a lot.
It is a lot. It's quite a few. But there are some older guys that do like 4 or 6 seaters that are totally enclosed and all of that. But it was pretty fun. We all hung in there. We did a night ride to a lake, which was pretty fun. But it's fun. We start in Wallace because that's where Janet's cabin is. And then we take all the back roads out to Avery and stop at the pizza place, have pizza, and then ride back. And then on Saturday, we went for a ride. We went to Murray, stopped at the Bedroom Bar.
This is all in Idaho, for those of you who aren't from here. And one other little tidbit while she's talking about this, if you can get a picture in your head, it really is beautiful. But the funny thing about Wallace is that Wallace is, we've talked about this before, is where they filmed,
I don't know.
the volcano movie. You don't know
Which one?
this?
What? Dante's Peak?
Dante's Peak!
No!
Yes!
I didn't know that.
Yes. Dante's Peak was
love
filmed
that movie.
in Wallace, Idaho, but they CGI'd the volcano. There's no volcano there.
No, there's not. There's lots of hills and little mountains.
Lots of tree, the river runs through it, the bridge, all of that is there. It looks just like that. No. Uh-oh.
Get out.
The baby. Sorry, I was yelling. I don't mean to yell. Anyway, Dante's
Peak.
filmed.
Oh.
Yeah, now that you'll have to watch it again.
Now I'll have to watch it again.
Yeah. Anyway, it
was really fun.
So that's where they were, is
Wallace, Idaho.
beautiful.
Yeah, super cute little town. It's pretty cute. And it's really known for their rides and that kind of stuff. You can rent side-by-sides there and everything.
It's like a big thing that everybody does.
Yeah, big groups come to Wallace to ride. It's not last year, but the year before. We were there when there was a huge group of riders, and I don't know if it's like some type of riding club.
So it's the Sturgis
of
side-by-sides.
There you go.
But you guys are probably all wearing camo, right?
And just sweatshirts and whatever. I mean, I don't know. We all look totally different. You would never know we were all in a group except we're all together. But there's some, when we were leaving, I think there were 5 Can-Ams that were together, and they all had the exact same, like a flag, like a whipstick is what they call it, with a flag on it, and the same marker light. So you knew all 5 of them were together. I know.
Little club.
It's like they're together.
My little biker dudes.
Yeah, they all had the exact same everything.
We're a pack.
Yeah. I don't know what they were doing, but they had some
fun.
Yeah. I thought they were going to go do some rock climbing or something. A lot of people do like some hardcore rock climbing, which is
I think
sketchy.
it's super dangerous to me.
Yeah. Because they all had really crazy suspension. They all had like 4 winches on in every angle. It's like, what are you doing? Where are you going? That seems, and they had helmets and neck braces like that. Whatever you're doing, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm not. We're just cruising.
We're just going on little dirt roads, what we're doing, looking at the scenery.
Yeah. We're just cruising.
Huh.
And then the next day we went up to Chiefs Memorial, which is on the super tip top of a mountain. That was pretty cool. I'd never been up to Chiefs Memorial. And then we went down into Murray. We saw the Cummings. Mark and Annelle live right there. So we went and saw them.
Live like moved?
In Murray. Yeah, they've been in Murray for, gosh,
Oh.
3 or 4 years now.
Yeah.
I know all their kids moved to their little development and like, adios. So all the kids still live in the little, you know, development part of it. They're out.
Funny.
And then, but what's super crazy in Murray right now, it's monarch butterfly season.
Oh.
It is gorgeous. So we went with the group and we stopped at the bedroom bar, dropped everybody off, and then we went around and went back up to Marketing Hills, which is like a mile up the road. And we'd get into their driveway, and there's all of a sudden just butterflies.
Oh, did you get any pictures?
No, I didn't, because Robert, of course, was like, "What are you talking about taking pictures?" Like, stop, just stop, just take a video. It was gorgeous. I even asked Janelle, "Do you guys like raise monarch butterflies with the grandbabies and let them free?" Because we did butterfly boxes.
Yeah.
And she's like, "No, it's just the season. There's just all over." And she's like, "This is the end of the season, so there's not as many. Usually, it's just everywhere."
Oh, wow.
It was so pretty. There were just monarch butterflies everywhere. So super loved that. And then
I can't believe you didn't get a picture.
I know.
That's why I never get to go. It's like, stop. I have to take a picture. Stop. Is that a rock?
She may have been uninvited if that was gonna happen. But what's really cool about Murray is there's a bar called something. I don't remember, but inside you have to go through the bar to get to the Murray Museum. It is huge. So this is tiny little bar right in downtown Murray. There's bedroom bar, and then there's this one. I can't remember what it's called. We didn't go in there to drink. We went in there, me and all of the kids. So Jordan took their 3 babies, and then Robbie and Julian brought JJ, their youngest, and they brought Jill's boys, the 2 youngest boys. So they're high schoolers, so they're not.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah. So it's like, well, the guys were still finishing up their beers. We're like, let's go to the museum real fast because I think that'd be really cool to see. And so me and Brittany and Katie, Lauren's wife, just said, let's just go. Let's take all the kids and just go see what's going on. It is ginormous.
Now, what do you mean by museum? What all is in there?
There's
like mining type stuff?
There's mining stuff. They even have like a faux mining tunnel in there. They have a bunch of information about the Pulaski fire. From the early 1900s that devastated everything. They have that. They have a lot of the antique stuff too. They had a bajillion and a half typewriters. A bunch of those. A bunch of old potbelly stoves. Old school. They had a huge chunk of the old schoolhouse that was in there. It was just, it's like, oh, cute little museum. Go through the bar and then it's right there. It is
big.
It is pretty impressive.
That's cool.
We were only in there for probably 30 minutes and it wasn't long enough. They also have a ton of rocks and crystallized rocks, and everything is identified and from all over. People were, fun. And I think that makes sense if there's so many people who come to do writing and hunting and everything.
What sort of rocks?
Let me send them send them a geode.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. So it was pretty impressive. It's worth, if you go to Murray, ask them to go into the museum. And it's just a walkthrough. They have a little donation bucket, but otherwise you can just walk yourself right through.
Awesome.
So, yeah, it was pretty cool. We had a really good time. We did a bunch of riding, and it was
good. Well, good. And we had a good time with the kids. We always do. Yeah. Always. Play a lot of games, and we played outside some, but they wanted to help Papa.
Sure.
And they helped Papa for way longer than I thought. It was Papa that was done first. It's like,
your turn. I'm out.
Put too many nails in too many places there should not be nails. It's like,
I'll believe that.
You gave them the nails.
What do you expect?
Yeah. Well, was that or a paintbrush? It's like, no.
None of those
things. None of those things. They really like to stack rocks. There's other things they like to do, but I suppose when you're at a construction site, they're, what's really terrible is that Papa will give them the power tools. He gives them a brick of wood and a power tool and tells them drill holes.
Yep.
Okay, now drill the screws in. And oh my gosh, I can't hardly watch. Super scary, but I don't know.
Yeah, they really, really like to be outside.
Yeah.
They love it. Because we've had the field behind us. Must have been harvested while we were gone. It's a shallot field. So we were out gleaning That could, of course, we always wait. I mean, and it was driving everyone crazy. So Robert's uncles and his parents, it's like, oh, can we go in there? Robert's like, no, they haven't harvested it yet. We're not going in there until it's harvested, Let them, because everything's paid by weight, let them get what they want, and then we'll go in. And so we were like bulldogs saying, no, you can't go in there. No, you can't go in there. No, you can't go in there. Because we just, wait your
you
turn.
have to be respectful.
Wait your turn. So we finally were able to, and we called them and said, hey, they did it. So if you want to glean, you better hurry up. And, they usually only give it a weekend or maybe 2 weekends, depending on what field, if this is the last field, the middle field, or whatever. So we went out there, and the kids loved it. And I don't know if they love it because they're
digging in the dirt,
picking things up, chucking the bad ones. They just love it.
Yeah. They like to be outside.
Yeah. Covered.
They really like to be outside. And so gleaning, it's kind of a funny thing. That is something that, who was it? I think it was Thea and Kirk. We took a drive around, and was, do my little tour. And things that people are not used to. So they don't do that everywhere. Gleaning is not a thing everywhere. So what it is, if you're not familiar with that term, so what it is farmers, when they go in and they pick all of their potatoes, pick all of their onions or the shallots or the corn or whatever, they'll go through it. And then after they're done, you are welcome to go in with your buckets and pick up whatever was left. Because like the potato diggers, for example, they set the rack so that they only want a certain size potato. It's not worth it to them to take those little ones and have somebody do whatever they're going to do. I mean, on the trim line, when they go into turn them into French fries or whatever it is they're going to do with them, they don't want those potatoes. So they fall through the digger and they just land in the dirt. And then all they do is they come in, they chop them up and, put them back in. Or they want to clean them up. So we can go in and get potatoes, onions, shallots, corn. The corn, oftentimes what they'll do is corn is a late crop. And so oftentimes they will put cattle in there to kind of, especially if it's field corn. But otherwise, anyway, so gleaning is kind of a fun thing.
Totally a thing.
But your guys, they went in and they were just going to.
They disked Monday morning. Yeah. So they had to have harvest Thursday or Friday, and they were in there disking it. So Jordan and Brittany came out Monday night, and we were still able to fill out like 2 baskets.
Oh, good.
So I think they just kind of messed up because they had one more field to harvest, but on Sunday they had a bunch of machinery equipment and stuff hanging out. So maybe my guess is they were moving on to a different field. But since this one was done, Joe got to do that and then head over to this field. You'll beat it, then you won't be in our way. Because they still had one more to harvest. So it isn't. But there was still plenty in there.
Yeah.
In there to do. So they didn't do the real, they just kind of made the dirt a little bit looser, I think, to help moisturize the dirt after this when the snow falls. But it's pretty good.
I was, there were 8 kids in my family, very, very poor, dirt poor family. And so we could go get free potatoes and free onions. And it's why to this day, and I think nobody has ever seen me eat potato soup. I can't stand potato soup. That's all we ever ate was potato soup. Every once in a while, there might be some bacon in it. And my mom made it with water, not milk. Ooh. So I know. So maybe I was very thin. In the younger days, we were all very thin. But potato soup just almost makes me nauseous to even think about it.
Yeah.
But because, we can feed a family on potatoes and onions.
Yes, can.
A little bit of bacon.
Yep. There you go.
And free cheese. Free cheese. Free cheese was gone by the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I loved that free cheese, man. That was good cheese. Anyway. All right. Well, I suppose we've talked a bunch. We should go see what the baby is doing. And then what we'll do is we'll go ahead and we really do want to be showing you guys some of the stuff that's been coming in. You guys have been so generous. It's just so thoughtful. Yeah, gosh, we're getting lots of every day we're getting packages. And we've been trying to keep up on the thank you cards. And we're super, super, super excited. I think it really is possible that we are going to do well this year and reach our goal of 50,000. So it's really, really nice. So keep things coming. Be really nice. What we will do is we will still have kind of some buy now items. so that we can keep the auction, to about an hour and a half. But just remember, be putting it on your calendar and sharing the information with your guilds and other people. And it doesn't have to be all, quilters. I mean, there's going to be a lot of quilts to buy.
Yes.
So people who are wanting quilts, they should watch. So it'll be Saturday, October 26th, 5 o'clock Pacific time. And it'll be live on YouTube. And we'll be in the middle of finishing up a retreat. So we're planning some fun things for all of our girls that are going to be here helping us. And
remember that everything will be used through YouTube, which will mean commenting and everything is your bid. So be practicing commenting on YouTube videos to make sure that you can do that so that you can participate.
Yes.
And maybe get something mailed your way.
Yes. Super, super excited. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to move. I don't know. Maybe we'll do it back here or maybe we'll go out there, but we're going to show you a couple of things. We have to go grab those, but we should talk about what's behind us.
Oh yeah. I forgot to grab a pattern.
It's called Framed, right?
It's framed. This is one of Carolyn Hutchinson's patterns. Really nice. You can use it with a layer cake. So a 10-inch square pack or with yardage. And what's really cool about this one is she actually used a panel or one of those like a border. We have some that, go from like a dense polka dot to a super big polka dot. Kind of the same thing. This went from woods to the top of a tree with some ducks to just the ducks. But super cool.
It's really, really
Or you
pretty.
can put, t-shirt blocks in here, Seahawk football stuff, and then whatever you want. But yeah, layer cake and a little bit of yardage or
focus print. We have another one with some orange. It's kind of orange. Maybe some reds or yellows are in it. And all of these are a focus print. And maybe we can hold that up like at box opening and show you. It's a really versatile pattern and real easy to do. She's kind of the math queen. So.
Yes.
All right. So we're going to find a couple things and we'll be right back. Okay, we're going to do both. So we have
a few small ones.
3 things that are a little bit smaller that we're going to show you. And then we're going to go out there and we'll use Tracy to hold up. We have a really pretty cool. In fact, I haven't opened the whole thing up to see it yet.
Awesome.
Have you the one from?
Okay.
I've not. A really, really pretty one. You keep yawning. They notice.
Sorry. Just sleepy. sleepy.
I would have thought you got caught up on your sleeping when you were...
Not really. I mean, we took our little camper, but we were
Their
parked.
little camper. Have you ever shown them the pictures? It is so stinking cute.
It is really
cute. I still am so impressed that you can make cushions.
I mean, I went to fashion school, so a zipper is like a zipper. So there's certain certain things that are pretty good, pretty easy. But yeah, it's really cute. But we stayed like right next to like we sleep good in there. But we slept kind of right next to like the campfire and stuff. So even though I went to bed sometimes pretty early, I mean, I don't know, 11, I guess, not super early, but it wouldn't matter because everyone was still up, hooting and hollering, laughing and chit-chatting
up,
but,
drinking.
Yeah. So, I still got woken up in different places, but it was okay. It was still super fun.
Okay. All right. Okay, so speaking of drinking, let's show this. So this is local. So Kathy Schweitzer, who is a really good customer of ours, and I can't wait to show you the quilt that she donated. So she donated this beautiful quilt, and her husband Jared wanted to get in on the action, and he does this. He does the. Can we see that? Can you see that? He does this laser engraving.
It's really cool.
So, and we order, so he donated these 2, and so we call them wine glasses because that's what I think these are. These are perfect size for wine glasses. But the funny thing is that they're insulated, so of course they'll keep your wine cold. But if you want to, if you're not a drinker and you'd rather have them as a cup of coffee, they also work really well as a coffee cup. My only thing with that is this is not big enough for coffee.
Oh, yeah.
So what we're going to do with this, so he donated these, and we have some information. Maybe we can share that on there. It's a local, but he can ship and pretty reasonable. And what's it called? Freckles in Dakota?
FrecklesandDakota.com.
I'm assuming that is probably their
dogs. For sure.
Or nicknames for their children.
Maybe. But yeah, Freckles in Dakota.
Yeah. So we're going to package this with some local Washington wine, And then we ordered some additional ones, and we're going to put these are going to be some of the pre-purchase items for the auction. And then we also ordered some coffee mugs, and just like this, except they're bigger. And we're going to do some local coffee. So watch for these. So that's kind of fun.
These are very cool.
And then you guys have seen this quilt before, and this is just so sweet. So our friend Sally Catlin, who's from the UK, but she is a United States citizen now, she came in and we grabbed her and said, "Oh, you have to show, you have to show." So, and she went ahead and donated it. Look how beautiful this is. I just love this.
Gorgeous.
And I can't remember who it was. I'm so terrible with names.
There's your lace butterfly,
There's
your
a little
dragonfly.
lace dragonfly that was sent to her, which is super, super sweet. So anyway, beautiful wall hanging. You could say that it could be a table runner, but I would never put this on the table. I would never risk any mashed potato spills. So it's a beautiful wall hanging.
Beautiful.
Really, really nicely done. Can't believe she donated that. That's super, super fun. And then we were talking about diverse and how fun that there's some really unique things. Well, our friend Lori Gilmartin, who we still call Parker, because she's from Parker, Colorado. I don't know how she knows all of these people.
She has a friend.
She has friends. She is always getting really good things, really fun things. When she comes to a retreat, she always brings some sort of present that she makes for everybody, which is really cool. And you will meet her again. You'll recognize her when you see her.
Yes.
But she has that beautiful long red hair, and she'll be at the raw auction with us helping, and she'll be at the Christmas retreat. But anyway, this is a friend of hers. Do we have a card?
It is Wine Flowers hand painted glassware. She is wineflowersglass.com.
Hand painted. And this
Isn't
is
that the
just
most prettiest thing I've ever seen?
Oh my gosh. And this is just a beautiful set of just some wine glasses.
There's actually
or
4.
water glasses. It could just be something beautiful for out on the deck. So there's a set of 4 glasses, and look at this picture. Can you
guys see that better with
I wonder,
the peanuts in it? Take
Can
the
you
peanuts
dump
out.
out the peanuts? Hand painted. Hand painted. Picture. Oh, and I can kind of see in the it's not nearly as pretty in the camera. In real life, oh my gosh, it's absolutely stunning. And it's signed. Do you see your little signature there?
Yeah, right.
Right there. Little signature on there. Oh, it's just beautiful. Yeah, it doesn't do it justice in the
it's
camera.
gorgeous.
But what a beautiful, if you have a wedding coming up, if you have somebody who's
Get
getting
the Mr.
married.
and Mrs. some really cool
Oh
glassware.
my gosh, what a beautiful
Or a fun gift for
set.
even your wedding party.
Yeah.
A special gift that they'll,
Or for my
use.
table.
Or for your table.
I would just put this on my table, keep it as a centerpiece,
It's beautiful.
and fill it up and use it.
It is so pretty.
This is really, really pretty. Lori, thank you so much. And did we put the information? Yeah, we did.
Yes.
At the website. Okay. Super fun. It's always fun also, I think, to feature small local businesses.
Yeah, absolutely.
Businesses that we know. There's some things that I'm ordering and getting from businesses that I just love, and something that I love and I want to share, and how fun it is to do a little shout out, for people that we just love their quality and love the stuff that they do, and so it's fun to share. So,
Absolutely.
all right, we're going to move one more time. We're going to go out so we can hold up a big quilt.
Okay, we came out here so we could hold up some quilts for you.
I wanted to mention really quick the
hand
glassware.
painted.
It's Meredith Gordon is her name, and it is an Etsy site. But the thing that I wanted to mention is that the way that was shipped, absolutely packed in peanuts, so you can feel absolutely comfortable. She must have a Tracy that works with her. So, a Tracy.
Yes, tape, foam, peanuts, the whole shebang.
All right, so this first one, this is from Chris Honas, 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 from Wichita, Kansas. She says she found us on YouTube a couple of years ago. She watches regularly. Thank you for that. And this, I wanted to see this. This is 66 by 77, and it's a Fabric Cafe pattern called Wandering Way. And she upsized it by using her fabrics to make it as big as she could. Look! Oh my gosh! And look at her quilting. pretty? That is really pretty. Really, really pretty.
And Fabric Cafe is the 3-yard quilt lady. Mm-hmm.
So see the, gosh, and it's good sized.
Yeah.
Really, really nice.
Beautifully quilted.
Quilting. And the back is this beautiful gray. Gorgeous.
Beautiful.
Really, really nice.
Beautiful.
Really nice. Pink, gray, and purple. Who doesn't love that?
It's very pretty.
Binding, hand stitched down. And she had it folded really nice.
Okay.
There's people that know how to fold them so we don't end up with lines. And then we just thought, so we said that we were going to show you 4 at a time, but I also want to show you, so since we mentioned Kathy Schweitzer and her husband Jared, we thought we should show Kathy's quilt also.
This one is a 72 inches square.
So look at,
and this one is the Exploding Heart. This you guys might recognize.
Yeah.
This is so pretty.
It is really pretty. It is really pretty.
And she has the beautiful ombre backing.
I know. Isn't that great?
She's got a fantastic label. It says all that good. Exploding Hearts by Kathy Schweitzer, quilted by Nancy Fries in May of this year. Probably just for this.
She, yes, they did hang it in the Quincy Quilt Show.
Oh, good.
First. And because it was kind of funny, because somebody had come in, I think it was like Saturday or something, Friday, I don't remember. Somebody had come in and she says, oh yeah, it was really kind of nice. We went to the quilt show in Quincy, but do you know, none of those quilts are for sale. And I said, oh, right.
Probably not.
Oh, why do they hang them up? And I said, so you can see them.
Sure, how pretty they are.
Oh, but I wanted to buy one.
Probably you did. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, that was their Farmer Consumer Days.
Yeah.
It was during our machine braiding retreat.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. All right.
Well,
super fun. Thanks so much, you guys, for this morning. Thanks for hanging out with us. And let's see, either this afternoon or I would say this evening, make sure you subscribe so you get that ding. But what will happen is when we get the rest of those pictures in here, Anna will get our little
virtual quilt show featuring the sagebrush fabric just for inspiration. And we would love for you to vote. And you can vote for whichever one. You don't have to worry about it. And just know that employees, they get something else that's special. Prizes.
So the prizes, we have quite a few.
Then we
have
will
prizes for everybody.
Yeah,
actually.
and then we will say the winners next FabriChat next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for watching our video. We invite you to leave a comment, hit the like button, or better yet, subscribe to our channel so you never miss an episode. You can also visit our Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, or Pinterest pages, or find all of those things and our online store at fabricpatch.net.